Hey, welcome to another tutorial video. In today's video, I have a little bit of item transportation for you, and mainly to do with loading the entire transportation line while you're sending items. This, for a while, has been a problem, especially in Bedrock Edition, considering we don't have chunk loaders in vanilla, and in Java you have to have multiple chunk loaders along your line that activate and turn off as and when needed. However, I did say vanilla. This is because Canopy, a Bedrock add-on, a lot like Carpet Mod for Java, adds a really cool feature that I'm going to talk about today, and what makes this entire concept possible. So, let me get into it. So, what is this feature? Well, it's that regular minecarts load chunks. They load a 5x5 area, chunks that is, for 10 seconds. And it's centered around the minecart, and it also moves with the minecart. So, with all of that in mind, that a minecart can load a chunk for 10 seconds, well, 5x5 chunks, sorry. How can we use this in item transportation? Well, as you can see here, I've set up a few little systems here along the line. And if we were to say this chest minecart is your items, you'll notice we just replace this minecart behind every 10 seconds. So you'll see, we have to make sure 2 exist when changing, just so the area is never unloaded. Because the chest cart does not load chunks, and it would be past 10 seconds, so it wouldn't have that area loaded anymore. But as we can see, it just works. It's really nice, and if you have a simple system, like just a simple rail, then it works quite well. Over here, I've shown how you can put 2 lines next to each other. So you can see here, it's not much different. It's just we use the actual activator rail here to turn the rail, just due to the rail turning directions. So if I was to send this, you'll see it's the same system, it does exactly the same thing, there's no changes there. The reason we have to have 2 carts that exist is because as soon as the minecart is killed, the area is unloaded. It doesn't stick around for 10 seconds no matter what. It's very dependent on where the cart is. Now, for a simple rail, this system's quite simple. I mean, it's literally just a few activator rails and turning others. But in the world of TMC, we like speed. So here, I have a 40 block per second piston bolt that I'm just going to send this cart down, and you'll see it go zoom in. So much so that, yeah, you can see, there we go. I did a test on this to see how far the cart could realistically go, because this is 40 blocks per second, it has 10 seconds to travel, so in theory it could go 400 blocks before unloading. In real world testing, however, with placing a new cart and doing all that, it would be about every 250-ish blocks. Sorry, 350 blocks. So I spent a while making this, which is the same thing, just for a piston bolt. Now it's a little bit more complicated, because we can't exactly stop the piston bolt at any time due to the second cart that comes quite quickly after it. So, in essence, what we do is we break the cart, but we have to place a new cart quite far ahead to catch the piston bolt as it goes past. It's extremely time sensitive. It does have to slow the bolt slightly through here, just so that we can actually decide between these 2 pistons. The braking is quite consistent here. I have never seen a minecart get lost. but it is quite simple. And if you were to have another one next to it, you can either use the same composter here, or you can tuck the composter here for that one. So if I was to just show that, you could put the composter here so that you can have a minimum of 2 block gap between them. So yeah, you don't have to have a massive gap between your lines, which is quite cool. So if I was to get a chest minecart really quick, what we'll notice is this is very fast. So if I spawn this, you'll see there we go, our new carts ahead. You can see the chest minecart not far behind, and we have both of them here at the output. So you can sort of see what I said. When it comes along here, it gets killed, and then we have to spawn a new one. To show this better, I'm going to use another Canopy rule that I really like. If I was to go like this, there we go. So we'll just summon 100 MSPT to slow the game down. What you'll notice is we kill the cart, we spawn the new one as the bolt goes past, and this chest minecart is never interrupted. It just goes. There we go. Now, this is really not lag resistant at all. That's why there was no extra minecart at the end. But we saw on the first one that it worked quite well. So, if we do this again, what you'll notice is 2 carts still exist at the same time. That cart never gets interrupted, and it just goes. There we go. See, it worked that time. There was a bit of a build-up of carts from my testing here. But yeah, so it's not particularly lag-friendly. It is lag-friendly. It's just not resistant to high amounts of lag. So that's slightly unfortunate, but if your world is running at 10 TPS, you have bigger problems. Let's set that back to normal. I will be leaving structure files for all of these, including obviously this part here, the section over here, and I'll explain the exact distances and what you can and can't get away with. But do note, as I said, this uses a Canopy rule. I will link the Canopy Discord in the description, and the rule you're looking for is, so in all the Canopy rules that we have here, you can see at the bottom there, universal chunk loading is true. That is what does all of this. So, if you have Canopy yourself, and you wanted to do item transportation like this, you can. Like, it's so flawless, I love it. It just works so well. The distance between the carts is quite good too. So, you're not wasting much space or time or anything. And it's just very consistent. Obviously, here I have these little stations quite close to each other, but that's just so I can test, and as I mentioned, in reality these can be about 350 blocks apart. So yeah, that's everything I have for you today, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.